Hello, Goomba here, and today we're gonna show you how to create a basic Skygen. First is the world setting. I downloaded a custom world, a custom super flat world long ago. But if you want to know how to, check my previous video if you want to do that. I reckon you can name your Skygen whatever you want. I recommend your default game mode to be creative. I recommend your difficulty to be easy, normal, or hard. But these things are optional. And I recommend your player permission to be member. I recommend your world type to be set to flat. I recommend you to get a random seed. You could type in the seed if you want to, but your simulation distance is recommended to be at 12 chunks. Friendly fire is recommended. Coordinates is really recommended. Fire spread and TNT explosions optional, but I don't recommend that because fire spreads could destroy wooden buildings and TNT could destroy your Skygen. Recipe unlock is optional. I recommend respawn blocks explode to be disabled so they don't destroy your Skygen again. I recommend mob loot, natural regeneration, and tile drops to be enabled. Tile drops has to be on. It has to be on. Immediate respawn's optional. Respawn radius. I recommend your respawn radius to be set to 0. And you could also enable experiments if you want to. I enabled update 1.21 so people can see my new features. And also gonna enable education edition. I hadn't enabled it yet, but now it is. You see, and cheats have to be on, or Skygens will be impossible. This is optional. Keep inventory is recommended. Mob spawning and mob griefing disabled is recommended, but mob spawning isn't that recommended. Entities drop loot, that's recommended. Entities drop loot is really recommended. Water cycle off is recommended. Command box and name. You could also have the water cycle on if you want to. Multiplayer game has to be on to make a Skygen possible. So now, let's open our world. Let's load the world. Let's wait for it to generate. But when you first join your Skygen, I recommend you to set the max players to 1 if you want to build it yourself, by yourself. But if you want to build it with multiple people, that could be you could leave it or increase the maximum players. First, you need to get up. This is gonna be a stable place. This is a stable coordinate to build a Skygen in the void, but I recommend it to be much higher if you're in a flat world so they don't see the bottom. That part's optional. And then the first thing you need to do is to give yourself a command block. Then give yourself a deny and an allow, or Skygens are impossible. And I also really recommend you to get the border block. Border blocks are exclusive. But if you're in Java Edition, you could give yourself a barrier. But let's do this then. If you're in a void world, you have to do /set block quotation deny. Then this guy's no longer dark in the void world. But if you're in a super flat world or any other world, you could either A, build a tower extremely high, or B, do it the way I just did it. And let's build the mines. Here's how you build the mines. First, you need to build a large enough area. The width of this hallway is 9 blocks. It's 9 blocks wide. But the minimum recommendation is 7 blocks. The recommendation is 9 blocks, and the minimum is 4 blocks. 4 or 5 blocks. Free block if your mine hallway can be any width, but I recommend it to be 5 blocks or wider. 5 blocks or wider. And then then let's create your first mine. Here's how you create a normal, ordinary mine. First, you need to do this. Then you need to surround the command block with allow blocks, but not completely surrounded. And change the command block to a repeating command block. And also, and also put a repeating command block down here, which does /game rule command block output to false. This is extremely recommended, almost a must do. It's almost a must do. But now let's create our first mine. First, you need to get your coordinates. Fill -2, 43 to -3, 42 with log. Oops, I got the wrong coordinates. Oops. We got the wrong coordinates. Let's destroy these blocks. The next mine you need to create is a cobblestone mine. You can also use stone, but I recommend cobblestone because just care about the people with silk touch pickaxes. Okay, let's do /fill -2 40 -3 -3 40. This has to be at the exact coordinates you want to fill it at. Okay, then do cobblestone. And now you what the heck? Oops, forgot to get the second L in the word fill. Why is it saying 4 blocks filled? Oh my god. Oops. Everybody makes mistakes. That was an extreme mistake. Everybody makes mistakes, right? Then we're gonna make the iron and diamond block mines. Do the same thing that you did at the log and stone mines. And then do the same thing. I'm just trying fill -5 40 -2 -6 40 -3 with iron ore. Okay. 343. Okay. Now let's do diamond ore. And if you're playing on an older version of Minecraft, there's only six must mines. There's only 6 must-do mines. But in 1.20 or 1.21, it is 8. There are 8 original mines. Let's check. Yeah. Okay, now you need to create your gold and ancient debris mines. Do the same thing you did for the first 4 mines. Okay, let's just look at the new coordinates. Fill -8 42 -9 43. Oh yeah, I forgot the negatives. Okay, with gold ore. Okay, I'm just really excited right now. I'm just really excited for this day. Fill -8 42 -9 43 and ancient debris. Now, these two mines are really recommended to make your Skygens popular. Lapis lazuli and coal. Okay, this is gonna be lapis, this is gonna be coal. Do the same thing you did on the first 6 mines. Let's do the same thing you did on the first 6 mines. Okay. Fill -11, 40, -2, -12, 40, -3 with, oh yeah, lapis ore. Then coal. This is how I make my Skygens. Depending, you could make your Skygens however you want. Fill -11, 42, -12, 43 with coal. Ore. Okay. The next thing you need to do is to cut off the leftover space you have, the unused space with borders, and then destroy the unused space. Unless you want to add additional mines. And this is it for the mines. Now let's go to the crafting section. And also, before we even do the crafting part, please make sure to like this video if this really helps you, and subscribe to my channel, please, because at the end of the year, I want 100 subscribers at the end of the year. And also, I'm gonna use this is gonna tell where the spawn is. This is gonna tell you where spawn is. This is where players will respawn. Okay. I need to set world spawn command. Tilde. I'm really excited today. Okay. I am leaving room for things that I'm gonna do later in the Skygen. And starting right at this block and this block, this is gonna be the entrance to the crafting area. Okay. I'm just making sure I have enough room. Okay. Just surrounded to prevent players from falling off or building outside of your Skygen, because we won't want that. Okay. Alright. Just wait a second, guys. Okay. The first and obvious thing we obviously need to put crafting tables here. This could be any box tall. There has to be crafting tables so your players can craft. There also has to be furnaces. So your players can cook and smelt things. And also, this is recommended, blast furnaces. Blast furnaces are recommended because so they can smelt their items twice as fast. They smelt ores. They smelt ores and raw materials twice as fast as the regular old furnace right there. And this is if you have ancient debris mines and the gold mines. If you have both of them, you must have a smithing table so your players can create netherite. Okay. Also, this is recommended. Anvils. Anvils are recommended. Anvils are very recommended. So the players can enchant stuff with enchanted books and rename stuff to whatever they want. Okay, let's also make some enchantment rooms. You can also create multiple enchantment rooms. Like I'm doing. I did do that in my last Skygen, but in a very late time. Okay. I recommend these bookshelf walls to be at least 3 blocks tall. These bookshelves to be at least 3 blocks tall. Okay, right. I'm just gonna make it 5 blocks tall to match the crafting area. Right there. Okay. Just one more layer to go for me. Okay. Step number 2 of creating an enchantment room. You must have enchantment tables or enchanting will be impossible. Okay. This is so recommended that it's almost a must do. Okay, then turn these repeating command blocks. Then turn these command blocks into repeating command blocks. And also, from the start, I also recommend you to get repeating command blocks. And then use pressure points instead. Then use the XP to I recommend you to use this 32-bit integer limit for that. I promise this won't make your game crash. Oops. So you do the number before. Okay. And then put pressure plates on the command blocks. Then do the same for all your other command blocks, enchantment rooms, do the same. Oops. Okay, XP 7483647. Then at P, and then any pressure point. If it says gave whatever number experience to player name, then it succeeded. And do XP 2147. Okay, to add P. And now we're done with the enchantment section. And I also really recommend you to have a rules area. And a voting area, because players can vote for anything they want. But if it's not a good vote, you could deny it. You could reject votes if you want to. You can reject votes if you want to. If you think the votes are not that good, you could reject them if you want to. But if it's a really good vote, I really recommend you to accept the vote. Okay. Then build some borders here. I'm just gonna do the rules chart first. Okay. For signs, I really recommend you to use honeycombs. If you use honeycombs on signs, you cannot edit them anymore. Okay. Rules. The rules. No swearing. No spawn killing. And if someone breaks your rules, you could create a jail or even kick them out. Okay. No spawn killing. No hacking. Those rules are a must do, because they're almost a must do, not completely a must do. And I recommend you to build a platform right here. I recommend it to be 5 by 5. And it doesn't have to be bordered with barriers. This is where the operators/admins will collect the votes. Just put a large chest. And you could also build a private trash can if you want to. You could build a private trash can using sand and cacti. You could also prevent cacti from growing using string. Okay. Now you need some hoppers. need some hoppers. I also recommend you write the sign, vote for a new idea. You could also use vote, but you could add a little smiley face if you want to. Okay. If daylight cycle is enabled, I recommend you to use torches or even colored torches if education edition's enabled. I'll later change the torches into colored torches. Okay. Then you have to do give s writable book. Then put a button. Then put a button. Then, oh, what did I give s? Oh, yeah, there's no E. Oh, yeah, we've got to get the E out of here. Sorry, E. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just so used to using. Yeah. And then they could just write the vote and send it into this chest. This is not it. And also, there's one last thing for players to make netherite. This is gonna be a machine that will create the netherite upgrade. Netherite upgrades. Okay. And you could also create an operator shulker box. Okay. Give at s netherite upgrade smithing template. And check if it works. Oh yeah, oh my god, I'm so used to using at S instead of at P. If do not use at S for these commands or they won't work. And you could also create a food area. Just please create a food area. Please create a food area. I also really recommend you to create, and also I really recommend you to make a food area to prevent your players from starving. Give us order block. Okay. I know. This is a pretty long tutorial. And I recommend you to use these 4 animals. Chicken, cow, pig, sheep. chicken. This is also a way that people can obtain other stuff such as feathers, leather, and wool. Oops, it should be torches on the border. And then do summon chicken for the chicken. Cow, summon cow for the cow. Okay. Put buttons on all of them. Then check if it works. And also get a weapon of your own. Okay. Summon pig. And summon sheep. That's all of them. This is not the end again. Okay. The last thing is extremely recommended. A free building area. Free building area. TP2. First TP up to 1,000. 41,000. Okay, I'm going this far out because this is a pretty big command. Fill 1,000, 39, 1,000 to 1,000. I'm creating my free building area 128 by 128. And it's also possible to make free building areas even bigger than this one. Obviously. I also recommend use allow. Yeah, allow. This should generate a massive structure like this. Okay. This is where the player will spawn. Go TP P to 1,000, 41,000. Okay, we're now in another corner. TP to Skygen. Okay. Then use honeycombs on all your signs. And then surround the free building area with a bunch of borders. We're just gonna skip that. Alright, we're back, and this is the final free building area. And we've reached the end. This is it to create a basic Skygen. So please make sure to like and subscribe. Please like this video if this really helped you, and subscribe to my channel subscribe to my channel no matter what, because at the end of the year I want 100 subscribers, and this is it. And bye-bye.